Welcome to Voice of Stories. Discover tales that inspire, captivate, and bring words to life. Subscribe for unforgettable stories.
A family found. The story of Chris, Sarah, and Hannah. On my day off, the shrill ring of my phone jolted me awake. "Chris, it's Hannah," a sobbing voice cried on the other end. "My mom collapsed. Please help." Hannah was the 9-year-old daughter of Sarah, my senior colleague. Without a second thought, I grabbed my wallet and phone and rushed to Sarah's house. When I arrived, Hannah, her face streaked with tears, opened the door. "Chris, Mom isn't waking up." I hurried inside, finding Sarah unconscious but breathing. "Sarah," I called, but there was no response. I immediately called an ambulance, positioning her to ensure her safety. "It's going to be okay," I reassured Hannah, holding her small, trembling hand. She looked so frightened, her maturity overshadowed by the fear in her eyes. At the hospital, relief washed over us as the doctors stabilized Sarah. Hannah clung to my hand, her tiny fingers gripping tightly as though it was her lifeline. When Sarah finally opened her eyes, her first words were, "Hannah, are you okay?" Her motherly instinct made my heart ache. Meeting Sarah. I'm Chris, 31 years old, a salesman at Rivertech Industrial Parts. Though I'm serious about my work, success has always seemed just out of reach. My colleague Sarah, however, is a different story. At 33, she's calm, confident, and effortlessly skilled in sales. Her clients trust her, her coworkers admire her, and I look up to her more than anyone. Over time, my admiration for Sarah evolved into something deeper, though I knew it could never be more. She was married, or so I thought. But one quiet afternoon, as we chatted during a break, she revealed, "I'm a single mother, actually." Her honesty surprised me. Despite the hardships she faced, Sarah carried herself with grace and strength. She shared stories about her daughter, Hannah, whose smile gave her the strength to push forward every day. I found myself captivated, not just by Sarah's resilience, but by her love for her daughter. The weight she carried. One evening, Sarah confided in me. "My ex-husband left me with crushing debt," she admitted. "He gambled away everything we had, and now I'm paying for his mistakes." My admiration for Sarah deepened as I realized the weight she carried alone. It wasn't just her job she managed with grace, it was an entire life of struggles. Hannah, too, had endured so much at such a young age. Her father's absence had left scars, yet she stood by her mom, wise beyond her years. I decided I wanted to support them both, not just as co-workers, but as people I deeply cared about. The turning point one weekend, Sarah invited me over to thank me for helping during her collapse. "Hannah insisted we have you over," she said with a soft smile. At her house, Hannah handed me a letter she had written herself. "Thank you for saving Mom." It read in shaky but heartfelt handwriting. Her innocence and gratitude touched me deeply. As we sat down for dinner, Hannah called me Dad for the first time. My heart swelled, but I knew Sarah was hesitant. "We're just co-workers, Chris," she reminded me. Still, I couldn't ignore the growing bond between us. I wanted to be there for them both, no matter what. Facing adversity. At work, Sarah faced cruel rumors started by our jealous boss, Tyler. He spread lies about her personal life, accusing her of using her looks to secure sales. The gossip grew vicious, isolating Sarah and threatening her career. Knowing how much she had already endured, I couldn't stand by. Quietly, I began investigating Tyler. After weeks of gathering evidence, I uncovered proof of his fraudulent deals. Presenting it to the company's leadership, I exposed him for the liar he was. Tyler was swiftly removed, and Sarah's name was cleared. A new beginning. With Tyler gone, Sarah began to rebuild her confidence. Meanwhile, Hannah grew closer to me and our bond became unshakable. One evening, Sarah thanked me with tears in her eyes. "I don't know what I would have done without you, Chris," she said. Her gratitude was genuine, but to me it was nothing compared to what she deserved. Over time, our friendship blossomed into something more. One evening, I found the courage to confess, "Sarah, I want to build a future with you and Hannah. Will you marry me?" Her eyes filled with tears. "Are you sure, Chris?" "I'm a divorced single mom with so much baggage." "I've never been more certain," I replied. "You and Hannah are my family now. Happily ever after." We had a small, intimate wedding, with Hannah as our little Cupid. "Dad, you look so cool in a tux," she beamed. Her joy was infectious, and Sarah's radiant smile filled me with warmth. 6 months later, we went on a picnic, a simple dream I'd always had growing up in a single-parent household. Watching Sarah and Hannah laugh together, I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. At work, we became known as the power couple, our combined efforts driving success for the company. But at home, we were just a family built on love, resilience, and a shared promise to protect each other's happiness. This is how I found not just love, but purpose. Life isn't just about what you achieve for yourself. It's about what you give to others. For Sarah and Hannah, I'll keep striving to be the best man I can be, because they've given me a life I never knew I was missing.